right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the Arsenal's Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And let me bring Avery in real quick. Hello there, good sir.
You're live.
We're live and on time.
What?
Heaven forbid. I
Get
know,
out.
Heaven forbid. I could barely believe it myself. But,
It's not true.
You know what I forgot to do? We just had dinner, and
Wipe.
of course I had the dog on me, and I forgot to clean up the dog. So please excuse me while I try to.
Where's the barbecue sauce?
There is no barbecue sauce
This time?
I had Chinese. So
Oh.
I still got. There's some right here. Oh well, forget it. I'll live without it. I'll live with it. I mean, as you can see, there's a tail right here. So there's a cat sitting in front of me right now. She's being all lovey-dovey, but she's here to join us. And how the heck are you, Avery?
No, I'm fine. How about you?
You know, I asked you a question as soon as you go mute, right? You saw that, right?
Yeah.
That was unplanned. It just happened that way.
It's okay.
So how's your weekend going?
It's fine.
Yeah, okay, excellent. Well, let's check in and see who all is here. Got a lot of people already chiming in. Sarah's in the house. Hello, all from Connecticut. Welcome, Sarah. Jim's here, says, hey, all. Happy, cool Saturday evening. Well, wherever you're at, it's cool. That's good. Right now, it's hot down here. I didn't even realize tonight's Jaguar preseason game was a home game. This is 2 in a row. I didn't even realize it. But it's like 89, 90 degrees out right now. So let those big boys play. I'm going to stay in the house and keep cool. Welcome, Jim. Sarah says, happy birthday anniversary to anyone celebrating, and remember, smash the like button. Absolutely, if you can. I appreciate it greatly. Jim's here. Jim says, hey to Sarah. Sarah says, hey to Jim. Sarah says, another Saturday night. Yep, they come and go so quickly, don't they? Man, I tell you what.
They just fly by.
BB's in the house, says hello to everyone. Welcome. Jim says hello to BB. Glenn's in the house, says howdy, hit the like button. Absolutely. Manuel, my good friend, is in the house, says good evening and happy Saturday. Welcome to the show, good sir. Burse is in the house, says hey everyone. Tim says good evening all from Western Kentucky. Welcome, Tim. Sarah says, Jim, I mean, sorry, no problem. I knew what you meant. I knew. That's how I got it corrected. Darlene's here, says hello to everyone. Hello, Darlene. Welcome to the show. Let's see if we can see who else is here. Clifford's in the house. Clifford says hello to Drew and everyone. Welcome to the show. B. Bernie B's here, says hi, Drew, Avery, and chat.
What's
Who else
up?
we got here? Sarah says, Avery and Drew in the house. Yes, we are. Are. Glenn says, nope, 1 minute late. No. It was my computer said 8 o'clock when I hit the button. It says 8:04 right now, and it says I've been broadcasting for 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So I'm doing good today. Clifford says, hey to Avery.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's see who else is in here. Oh, Smidgen's in the house. Hey, Smidgen, how's it going? Says hello, all. Good evening. Welcome. Let's see. Glenn says, howdy, hit the like button. Yes, please. Let's see. BB says hello to Drew and to Avery.
Hello.
Sarah says, which cat? It's my cat, Regal. She's a good girl. She's the one that has a skin problem. A lot of it has to do with the what irritates your skin? What's the allergies? She has allergies, and she recently had her allergy shot, so she's doing much better today. So right now she's just sitting in my desk, and she's just being a good kitty. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I promise, I'll stop. Let's see what else we got going on here. BB says, I got held hostage by a cat on Sunday as I was out walking. Laugh out loud. Really? When I was in high school, my parents had a cat. She was a Siamese. She was not purebred Siamese, but she was a mean, nasty cat. And the funniest story we have about her is my cousin was visiting one summer, and she came over to our house. We lived right next door to my grandparents, and she went into the kitchen and turned around, and the cat was standing there, and the cat was hissing at her, and she had to crawl across the counter, grab the phone, and call my grandfather next door and had him come over and remove the cat so she could get by because our cat was so mean and nasty.
Oh yeah, I remember that cat. It would take swipes at anybody that walked by.
It would. I miss her. She's a good cat. She's pain in the butt, but yeah, I actually have it on video. There's part of the Lapdog Press video has Todd walking past her, and she goes right at him. Ah, well. Glenn says 100 degrees here in Longmont. Oh wow, we're not that hot, but it feels that way sometimes. Smidgen says to Manuel, it's early evening here in Southern California. Oh boy. Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, somebody left a comment on one of the videos, says, hey, what time in California do I have to join in order to be part of this motley crew? And I said, 5 o'clock is when we start California time. So hopefully we get more California people in here, but you never know. Clifford says, I got a scam text a couple of days ago that had no text, just a link. Like, how dumb do they think people are to click on a link with no explanation? That's pretty sad, but they send it out because people do it. That's the sad part. I actually got a message, a text on my phone. It didn't come up as scam possible. It just came up as a number I did not recognize. It wasn't a local number. And it said, hey, Andrew, we're going to be at the flea market this weekend. Where's your store located? We're going to be out there. We're trying to recruit bilingual CSR representatives or CSRs. And I'm like, this sounds like somebody I probably know, but I didn't recognize the number. Turns out it was one of the supervisors from my old job. They were coming to the flea market looking for bilingual customer service reps. And they had tables set up and a sign and all. They said, we're hiring type of thing. And they came by, and two of them came by and visited my store, and I got to talk to them, and they miss me. I told them, I said, I miss you guys too, but I don't miss the job. Do not miss it at all. I enjoy being retired. So, let's see. Tarkorf's here. Tarkorf says, that is what furniture for. Furniture for. I had a friend, and a sign said, if you don't want fur on your food, don't eat here. Oh, dang. Well, my mother-in-law is gone for a week. She and a friend went to St. Petersburg, Fort Myers, one of those places in South Florida. So my wife and I are like, yay, we're on vacation for a week. But because she's not here, her puppy, who you guys have met before, is in desperate need of love and attention. So he came and he sat in my lap. We had dinner. He had some of his dinner. I ate mine. And then he laid across my chest and fell asleep while I was watching the beginning of the Jaguar game. Poor puppy. I'm expecting him to come to the door eventually, so I got his pillow laid out in my office in case he needs to have some Drew time. But he's usually very, very good. Smidgen says it's Drew and Avery's show. Yes, it is. Well, it's more of a Drew show, and Avery's here is like support.
Yeah,
moral support, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yay, you can do it.
You know what this, I saw a statistic one time that shocked me. It was from the beginning of a play in football to the end of the play. If you take all the time they actually are in, how much time it takes them to actually run a play, not the entire hour of play time, but just the time from when they snap the ball into when they stop the ball, it's like 17 minutes. They literally play a quarter of an hour long game. My point that I was getting to is if we took Avery's entire conversation from an hour episode and put it all together, it would probably be about 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe 4, maybe.
Maybe.
You do have a lot of good insight, and I do appreciate it greatly.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm very glad.
I'm just here to be like, hi-oh. Like Ed McMahon, that's all I do.
That's right. And if I come up with if I have a really interesting question, I can run it past you, and
sure,
you can tell me I don't care. Go away.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time. It's all right.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Glenn says, how come Avery never types on the chat? I don't think he cares.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't type in the chat very often. So.
No. Plus, I'm on my phone. I would have to have YouTube up.
Oh,
also.
I was gonna say, if you're not on your computer, it makes it very difficult to do that. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just glad he's here as my support. He's
Mm-hmm.
he covers for me when I have to run to the bathroom. One time that happened, but that's okay. All right, let's see what else is. Tim says, I have gotten several texts from the vacation scammers. Yeah, they're out in force. I've gotten numerous calls from them. I think in my video today was another one of them. They're just so mean and nasty. You know, simple questions like, when did I buy this package that I apparently never used? Who buys a vacation package and then never uses it? Who buys a vacation package and insurance and then cancels it and doesn't do anything, doesn't reschedule or anything? Who does that? Nobody who spends money on a vacation package is not going to use it. You know, the whole purpose of the reason they're calling, the lie that they're telling you, is just so ludicrous. Nobody, ludicrous, is that right? Ludicrous. Am I saying the word right, Avery?
Ludicrous.
No, I'm not saying it right. It's not sounding right in my head. It's ridiculous that anybody would actually believe that. So, Manuel
there
says,
are people that buy timeshares and then never get to use it.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying somebody bought a vacation package and then canceled it, and they paid for it. Is the whole thing? Is that there's money in a vacation package out there that isn't being used, and you're going to lose it if you don't use it. You know?
I doubt it.
Manio says, I watch your video about Comic Store to see your dance. Your videos. Thank you. What's actually kind of funny, what Manuel is talking about is I have another channel called Misfit Corner Comics that's mostly about my store and stuff that I'm doing comic related. I had some old videos that were originally on this channel that were me building the newest store, the one that I'm in right now. And I didn't want to lose those videos, so I repurposed them and posted them on that channel. There were 33 of them, so I put them all up there. They're short videos. I mean, you can go check them out if you like, but it's not a big deal. But I didn't want to lose them, and they were on this channel, but they were unlisted because they weren't scam related. So they were in the internet, but nobody could ever see them. So I repurposed them and posted them on that channel. And in a few of them, I get a little silly, and have fun on my security cameras. So,
oh boy,
thank you. I have fun, guys. I have fun no matter where I go. You guys got to know that by now. I have fun everywhere, even if I'm just sitting here by myself making videos with scammers. I'm having fun. Jim says, got a scam call with someone telling me to call the law offices and left a callback number. I don't have a legal case with lawyers. That's an interesting one. I've had them call and leave me a number about financial aid, student loans, soon to be expired business loans, and stuff like that. Those are, I get those all the time. I don't think I've gotten one that said contact the law offices. That would be interesting. So, BB says hi to Manuel. Clifford says it's only 85 degrees here in Abbotsford, British Columbia. Nice. The weather is supposed to take a turn for the worse soon. Oh no. Okay. Guys, I cannot wait till October. October is when it starts to get a little bit cooler around here. And it's nice. It gets really, really nice. There's a chunk of time. I don't know if we consider it fall. I consider it more like winter, where it gets so cold outside you got to put on pants. And I really like it when that happens. I like that weather. But it only lasts about a week. And I'm looking forward to it. Usually it's in December or January. We get about a week of what we consider winter. I'm looking forward to that. Smidgen says today is Black Cat Appreciation Day. Really? I don't know if I told you this or not, guys. We were at a movie, and in the movie there was a black cat, and everybody was like, "Oh, black cats are unlucky." And then it dawned on me, I have a black cat. My daughter has a black cat, and my son has a black cat. We all have black cats in our families, and I think I may have mentioned this before. I think having a black cat as your pet immunes you to the bad luck that the black cats give off, because I don't think I've had bad. Well, have I had bad luck? Sure. This morning I had a dead battery in my car, but that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit.
Ugh,
Yeah.
those are fun.
Yeah, I know. BB says a cat came up behind me and wanted attention, kept rubbing on my legs. I petted it and talked to it, but then, well, anyways, the cat would not let me continue to walk and kept walking up in front of me and laying down, etc. My cat, the black cat, Stranger, she likes to weave in and out of my legs when I'm walking. So weird. It's just a weird cat. Hitomi's here. Hey, Hitomi says, hello, Drew and everyone. Welcome to the show. Glenn says, have you checked out Trixie Street? No, I have not. I have not, Glenn. I have not. I am sorry. It was one of the things I wrote down from the last one, and I just haven't had an opportunity to. So I promise it's my homework. I'll definitely check it out. Darlene says, Izzy is our 14th cat. We never had a cat with a bad temperament. We have a couple of boys that will at each other, but nobody is bad temperament. They're all pretty good cats. And like I said, Regal, she's literally just laying here in front of me, getting pet, and she's happy. I don't think she's purring. Nope, she's not purring, but she's just laying here, getting pet. Jim says, hey to Hitomi. Manuel says, hey to Hitomi. BB says, I finally had to walk walk in the grass so it would stop and let me continue on home. Was afraid after I'd trip over it and almost did a few times. You know what? Obviously, you needed to take that cat home and adopt a new cat. That's what you know. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
it was trying to pick you.
That's the kind of stupid thing I would do. So, hey, Christina's in the house. She says, hello, all. Welcome. Smidgen says, got a call yesterday saying he was with Visa and MasterCard, though Experian, through Experian, and asked if I knew what that was. I said yes, because I've registered 5 memberships with them due to scams. He hung up. Hilarious. By the way, you guys know Visa and MasterCard, 2 completely different companies. Nobody works for Visa and MasterCard. That's like saying I work for Sears and JCPenney's. No, you don't. They're 2 completely separate companies. Even though a lot of people, when you think of Sears, sometimes they think of JCPenney's as they're large shopping mall stores, but they're 2 completely separate stores. You know, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Those are the 4 major ones. They're completely separate from each other. Companies do not handle Visa. Well, no, let me rephrase that. A company such as a bank might offer Visa cards, MasterCards, American Express. They may offer it I have a Best Buy card. You can have a Best Buy Visa, you can have a Best Buy MasterCard. It all depends on which program they're offering it through. Sometimes it depends on the rewards and the added bonuses, but nobody works for Visa and MasterCard. So Burst is here. Hey, he says, got a scam call this morning who said she was in Miami. I said, did you also get a 3.5 inches of snow? And she says, yes, it's very cold. Oh, wow. They might have been talking about Miami, Washington. I mean, I think there is a Miami somewhere else in the country. Oh, excuse me a second.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. I was able to hit the mute button, so I'm good. Maybe it's Miami, Utah? Maybe.
No, I think it's for summer everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it's snowing anywhere in the U.S. right now, at least not in the continental United States. Yeah. Alaska, I'm sure it's snowing. Hitomi says, just wanted to say hi to everyone before I go to work. Hello, Jim and Avery. Well, thank you, Hitomi. Hope you have a good weekend and enjoy your day. Jim says to Manuel, are your Are your Jaguars playing? I didn't see the NFL Network. Only Steelers, Bills. Yeah, the Jags are playing Tampa Bay right now, and it's a game of the backups. I don't think any of the first stringers are playing right now. I know our first string quarterback is not playing tonight. It's the backup. So it's preseason. It's win or lose. It's not very important as long as they play well. Vicky's in the house, says Hipple Black Cat Talk. Yeah. We have one, and we are now calling our gold-plated cat since he recently cost us $2,000 in emergency vet bills. Poor guy had a UTI issue. Oh goodness. I honestly,
Man.
I don't think I can. When my dog had an issue, and he had an issue with his foot. And one of the recommendations was we could treat him with antibiotics. You could keep it, or if it got too far, we would have to amputate. And I'm like, oh my freaking gosh, how much does amputating a dog's leg cost? And we went the other way and did other things, because sometimes those procedures that are very costly, and when you're broke and you can't do that. But he lived a long, healthy life, and I miss him every day. Manuel says, no, Nakarum works. I don't watch because not showing up in my app. Okay. Christina says, hey, Avery, speaking of Dead South last week, do you know who Anna the Spoon Lady is?
Annie the Spoon Lady? No, I don't. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, not familiar. Pez is in the house. Pez says good day to Avery and Drew. Welcome, sir. Dave's here. Dave says hello to Drew. Jim says hey to Pez. And Dave says hello to Avery. Manuel says good morning to my friend Pez. Happy Sunday. That's right. Pez says good day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Absolutely fantastic. Smidgen says to Vicky, my friend says she spent several thousand of her male kitties and spent several thousands for her male kitty and his bladder stones. 35 to 40 of them. Oh, wow. That's a little intense.
Yeah. Oh, I looked it up. I have seen one of those videos before. There's one of them that was very popular on the internet a while back. So, yeah.
The Spoon Lady? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it. Okay.
BB says to Smidgen, the cat that held me hostage was black, very shiny and fluffy and beautiful. See, now if you had adopted them and made them part of your family, you would have been immune to bad luck. That's all I'm just saying, All right, let me see what else is going on today. Smidgen says, poor kitty. Vet said black males are more prone to bladder issues. Really? I wonder why that is. Luckily for me, mine's a little girl. Justin's here. Justin says, ludicrous. See, I keep thinking of the damn rapper, Anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Christina says, Vicky, so the Blue Point Siamese. Vicky, so are Blue Point Siamese males. Oh boy. See, now we knew my parents' Siamese cat was not pure blood, because if you looked at her from a distance, you could see her tail had rings. So she was like 90% Siamese and like 10% like alley cat or something. We knew she wasn't pure blood, but we thought she was when we first got her. But the vet kind of told us later, nope, sorry. Let's see. Smidgen says, hey to Jim, BB, and everybody. Glad to share this time with you. Absolutely. Just Me's here. Hey, Just Me says, hey, got a call. He asked how I was. I said, I was great. How are you? He said, shut up. And hung up. No chance to play on the phone. Oh, well, here's always more to come. I got to check. When I had one that's coming up that I thought was absolutely hilarious, but let me just look at my calendar real quick, see if it's already been posted, because it's a funny one. It's a really, really, really short. It's one of my shorts. Oh yeah, it was the one today. Avery. So I get a call. I pick up the phone. I go, hello? And the person says, hello, are you a bot? And I said, no, I'm not a bot. And it said, are you a bot? I just started laughing. And then it hung up. I don't have any clue what that call was about. But
probably the scammer spoofed your number, called him, and he called you back.
well, no, it was an automated voice that said,
Oh,
"Are you
okay.
a bot?" It wasn't a real person. It wasn't somebody sitting there asking me a question. So somebody's playing with a soundboard, you know. Oh well. Oh, Avery, I got to show you something, guys. We gotta veer away for just a half a second.
I was in SCAMS the other day, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I got one of those scam calls. I answered the phone with that Pornhub message somebody mentioned. Like, I answered the phone in the middle of the store, like, Pornhub customer service. They hung up.
Very good, very good.
And my mom's like, "What did you say?"
Check out this book that I found. I completely forgot I had it. It was like hidden in the store, but The Great American.
Oh yeah, those are cool. Yeah, there's Tashin. Tashin does a lot of cool art books.
This is just full of fantastic reference for like poses and so forth. This book is nothing but page to page after page after page of fantastic, anatomy references.
Those old pinup painters. Some of them were really, really good.
Oh yeah. But I had to bring it home. I couldn't leave it in the store. I said, I need this at home. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. Sarah says, my son leaves for his first year of college on Wednesday. Sarah, you getting empty nest syndrome, getting ready to have an empty nest? But it's actually not bad. Like I said, my mother-in-law left for the week, and don't tell her I said this, but I have a huge sigh of, I don't know why. She doesn't drive me nearly as crazy as she drives my wife crazy, but we found out that the day before she left, which would have been yesterday, she got a call from one of her friends who's going on a 4-day cruise the following week after she gets back, and invited her to go with her. And so she's like, "Ooh, I'm going to go on a 4-day cruise." And my wife's thought was, I get 2 vacations in a row. Yes, you do. Oh, well. Tarkor says, had the law office call looking for my ex-wife. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Glenn says, don't stand up if you're not wearing pants. Oh, I'm wearing pants. Don't worry. I'm always wearing pants. I always have a fear that I'm going to do something stupid on camera, so I make sure I'm fully dressed anytime I'm doing anything in front of my computer. Anytime. So I don't know. I think it comes from having a job where I worked from home, and the chances of me being on camera were very high. A lot of Teams calls, a lot of people calling you up on your computer, to where you have to be fully dressed. My coworker one time was telling me she was working from bed one day, and I'm like, I don't think I could do that. And she was working off a laptop. I was working on my computer, so I was like, no, I can't take this damn computer into my bed. I said, hey, you young kids, go for it, do your thing. But no, I don't ever worry about that. Clifford says, you've got freezing temps in the Panhandle a few years ago, I heard. Oh yeah, we get freezing temps from time to time. Usually I think this past year, I think we only had like maybe 2 or 3 nights at the most that we had freeze warnings, and that was it. I mean, when it happens, it's very short lived, but it does happen. Pez says, good day to Sarah. BB says, I used to have a black cat. She was beautiful. Well, my black cat's wonderful. I love her. Pez says, good day to Glenn. Clifford says, the worst is when your alternator goes. Your dash light is up like a Christmas tree. The fuel starts cutting out and the power dries. It's awful. Well, let me tell you what happened this morning, okay? Let me step back. Yesterday, my mother-in-law is preparing to leave for this week-long trip, and she's taking her car. And my nephew calls my wife up and says, "Hey, I need a few more hours of supervised driving to go towards my whatever it is he's working towards to get his license." And she's more than willing to do it for him. She's like, "Come ride your bike over here. We'll take the car. We'll go out for a few hours, get you some experience. No problem." Well, my mother-in-law was a little panicky because she's thinking to herself, this 14-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid, I forgot how old he was, 16. He's going to go drive my car. He's going to get into an accident right before I leave for vacation. So she's like panicking that she's going to take her car. And I said, "Abu, they can take my car. No big deal." So I said, "Okay, fine." So I told my wife, "Guys, just take my car. No big deal. It's full. The gas tank's full. Mike filled it up when he borrowed it last. No problem." So they go out in my car. They come back 3-4 hours later, whatever it was. And no big deal. No problems, no issues, no nothing, right? Fast forward to this morning, packing up my mother-in-law in her car, waiting for her friend to get here. And I go to start my car and it's dead, 100% dead. No lights, no nothing, no sounds, no noise, nothing. Well, luckily the friend was running late, so we had her car still here. So I popped the hoods, set up the jumper cables. It took a good 15 minutes to get the car started. It was just that dead. And let it run for about a half hour, and turned it off a couple times, turned it back on, no problem. But I just knew that it had gotten so drained that it was going to give me problems. It was going to strand me somewhere.
Dead cell.
Yep. So I took it to Advanced Auto Parts right down the street. They came out, tested the battery. They said it's shot. It's gone. It's done. So $200 later, I got a new battery. But when I was fidgeting with the car, trying to figure out why it wouldn't start, I looked over, and you know how you usually have like you have off, you have what's the low lamp lights, parking lights, and then full lights. It was on low lights. So the car had been out there all night long with the lights on. So that did it. And plus the battery was almost 4 years old. When the guy pulled it out, he says, "Whoa, this one, it's older than I thought." It looked new, but it was from 2021. I mean, it was up there. So it was only a matter of time before it was going to die anyway. So took advantage of it. Took advantage of being there, and I was already learning late, and I ended up opening the store half hour late. But I mean, there's times when you need to just, nip the problems in the bud before they happen. So that's how my morning started. Guys, excuse me just a quick second. Somebody is trying to get out. Give me just 1 second, guys. I swear I'm coming right back. Oh. All right, big girl. Go on out. Go on. All right. She is very vocal. When she wants something, she will sit there and meow. So, and she was going to be me. There was one recording that I put up recently where you literally could hear her in the background. She was at the door meowing while I was working, and I eventually let her in, but you could clearly hear that she was frustrated. She needed to be let in. So, all right, let me catch up on the chat real quick because I know I've fallen far behind. Smidgen says, "We have nice male tabbies that visits us, and he wears a GPS pet tag. When it beeps, it seems his owner is looking for him, and he goes home." Well, that's very good. Very good. All of our cats are indoor cats. We don't have anybody that lives outside. So, Jim says, "I got a neighborhood alley cat sleeping on my porch. Our Ring cameras be recording it at 3 through 5 a.m. They do that." BB says, "No, I don't think my cat would have appreciated that. Also, I found out later that the cat belonged to someone on that street." Oh, okay. So it was somebody, it wasn't a stray cat is what you're saying. So yeah, unlike my black cat was a stray cat. So Tarkor says, "Possibly someone, if your past is using your number as a reference. I think my ex-wife did that." Ah, okay. Wayne's here. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? It says, are the license agents that Medicare scammers transfer calls to legit, or are they also scammers? Okay, this conversation has come up a couple of times. Some of the times they will transfer you to a legitimate Medicare agent. Okay, and they're using this as a way of getting paid for leads, right? But here's the thing: scammers will do the same thing that legitimate people do in order to get you in touch with a licensed agent. But what the difference is, they'll sit there on the line and they'll listen to your conversation with the licensed agent. So yeah, you may be talking to an actual Medicare licensed agent, but that scammer may also be sitting there listening in on the call. It's a way of identity theft. It's a way of collecting personal information. So what they're doing is they're using legitimate agents. If you ever get a call from someone that wants to transfer you to an agent, the very first thing you should ask that agent is, can I have your callback number? And I will call you back myself. I will call you directly. If you need Medicare assistance, never, ever, ever talk to an agent on the phone after being transferred by somebody else, because there's a really, really good chance, probably 95% of the time, they're still sitting there listening in on the call. So, yes, they do transfer you to legitimate sources, absolutely, but they're there to collect your personal information, and that's one way that they do it. That's like if I called up Avery and said, "Hey, Avery, I'm with blah, 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 and I'm here to help you get this. Let me transfer you to an actual agent or to a licensed agent." And you go, "Oh, okay." And I transfer you, but I'm sitting there listening in on the conversation the entire time. I'm actually transferring you to somebody who actually can help you, but you have no idea that I'm still there. I'm still listening in, and I have numerous recordings where that's happened. You never can trust them. You never.
They're
can
trying to take your information.
That's right. These third-party foreign call centers. There are some out there that are legitimate, but I wouldn't trust a single one of them ever. If you get a call from somebody that sounds like a foreign person, they have a hard time with the English language, and they want to transfer you to somebody, and they do, that's great. That's great. But most likely they're still there listening to you. And I know I've actually had conversations with a couple of licensed agents, and they know this is going on. They know this happens, and it makes them sick because it makes their job even harder. When they're trying to do legitimate work, it makes their job harder. So beware when they call you. Let's see. Sarah says, what is your Visa card number? Well, Visa cards start with a 4. MasterCards start with a 5, just so you guys know, in case you didn't know that. Vicky says, laugh out loud. We had fun with one last night. Other half almost asked me loudly if I wanted to do butt things. Dude hung up so fast. Now that's funny. I wish I could get my wife to help with scam calls. She does not care. And there's been times where I'll be in the car with her and I'll say something really, really bad, and she'll be like, will you stop doing that? And it's like, hush, honey, play along. No, she's not playing. She does not play along. She does not play along. Manuel says, my friend Drew and Avery, I have doctor's appointment next week on Tuesday afternoon. Okay, very good. Follow up about your leg. I hope everything's doing good there. Hitomi says, good day to Pez. Glenn says, have you ever shopped at Sears and wondered whatever happened to Roebuck? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just shortened the name to make it easier. Burr says, I want to scream with her. Oh boy. Charles says, they changed the amount several times during the calls. 18.4 million, 9 million, 5K, a month for life. Mercedes Automotive. Okay. I'm not sure if Charles said something earlier that I missed, but I gotcha. Just Me says, BB, me too. His name was Boo Boo. Hated us. Love the dog. Oh, jeez. Let's see what else we got here. Jim says, you must have a comfy and safe porch. Oh, for the for the cat outside, probably. Christina says, when I lived in North Nebraska, it snowed on July 4th. Really? Holy crap. That's cool. Maybe. I don't know. Jim says to Manuel, have to see a nutrition doctor on Thursday. They helped with my diet. Very good. Charles says, how are you, Manuel? Hitomi says, have a great and blessed weekend, Drew, Avery, and everyone. Take it easy, my friend. Jim says to Smidgen, we had a thick rug on our porch. Sometimes that's all they need. My black cat, Stranger, I have a black towel that when I'm pressing my comics, I use a steamer. And sometimes if I put too much water in it, it'll spit out boiling hot water. So I have a black towel on the floor. So when I turn the steamer on, I've learned not to just pick it up and turn it on and wait for it to heat up. I put it on the towel on the floor and stay away from it while it's heating up. So that way, if it overflows and spits out hot water, it's not doing it on me or my legs. It's doing it on the towel. Well, I usually keep the towel on the floor. She likes to lay on it first thing in the morning. And of course, because she's black and it's black, she hides very well. And I've come very close to stepping on her a couple of times. I know that she likes to lay on it, so I keep an eye out for her now. But girl, that's the worst way to that's her way of hiding right in front of me. BB says, how was your leg to Manuel? Manuel says, oh, my friend Jim, doctor help you lose weight. Okay. Darlene says, our neighbor is setting off fireworks. Really? Setting off fireworks now? Crazy. Smidgen says to Charles, saw another Bader letter from a scammer, and it said the FDIC was giving her a Mercedes. Okay. Jim says to Manuel, yes. Manuel says, BB, my leg is doing good. Thank you very much. Excellent, excellent. Smidgen says, I know who Annie the Spoon Lady is. I really like her. Okay. Charles says to Smidgen, they work for every agency. Okay. BB says, August 6th makes 3 years since I had to send my cat Wade over the Rainbow Bridge. We had too skinny. He was too skinny and didn't want him to suffer. He had a respiratory infection. Yep. They do get stuff like that. And sometimes the best thing for them is to, take away their pain, because they can't, our pets cannot tell us, hey, I hurt, I'm in pain, they can tell us the best they can, but the best thing to do when the doctor says it's appropriate, but I hear you, BB, I hear you. Charles says, just scratch the card, give me the 16-digit code so we can send you the delivery team. I hate those ones that come in the mail. Vicky says, BB, sending hugs. Darlene says, my cat has an overactive thyroid, daily ear medicine. She was refusing the pill. Trying to give my damn cats a pill. It's horrible. BB says, about Wade. Tim says, I had a pet pig when I was 10 and one named Baby Doll. It went away one day while I was in school, came back in wrapped paper later that week. Now people had pet pigs. I don't think I could handle that one. So, hey, big boy. Hey. The wife just let the puppy in. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. You can say. Oh, come here. Oh, you guys have met Tyler before. He's our little, hello, Stranger. Stranger had to join too. This show is now getting ridiculous. We have Tyler and Stranger, my black cat. All right, buddy, I'm going to put you down. You have your pillow over there. Go lay on your pillow, okay? You, hey, big butt. Move, not on my... I have no idea where the chat went to. Oh, here we go. She stepped across my keyboard. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Now I don't have a clue where I stopped. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I completely lost. Oh, wait a minute. I have a chat up right now. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find where I stopped. Goodness gracious. Okay, now I'm back to it. You guys see the tail, right? Stranger, come on. Get down, baby. Come on. This is going to make for a really bad show. Sorry, guys. Let me get back on track. Christina says, time to get another cat, Sarah. Wayne says, our license agent that Medicare scammers transfer calls. Okay, we already read that. Oh, wait a minute. He left that numerous times. I guess he was trying to get me to talk about it. Just Me says, hi to Pez. Christina says, laugh out loud to Avery. Jim says, LOL, good one, Avery. You must have said something they thought was funny, because I'm just now catching up to it. So actually, it was like 20 minutes ago. So sorry, I'm really far behind on the chat. Burr says, I got a Medicare Advantage scam call today, and he asked me for my red, white, and blue card. I said, I'm not sure. My 165-year-old grandma forgot to color code it for me. Oh, goodness. BB says, I bet you'll miss him, she says to Sarah. Sarah says, still have his two older brothers home. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Sarah says, I am already crying. Oh, no. Glenn says, a debt collector called looking for my ex-wife. I gave them her phone number. Nice. BB says, Wade was Rosie's litter mate. Vicky says, LOL to Glenn. We know nothing. Christina says, it snowed in Miami in 1972, or so I've heard. Well, it snowed here in Jacksonville back when I was learning to drive, so that would have been 89, 90. So it actually has snowed here in Florida, in Jacksonville before. Pez says, g'day to Births. Beth says, right to Jim. Birth says, hi to Pez. BB says, oh, thank you for the sympathy, Sarah. Pez says, g'day to Christina. BB says, Sarah, I miss my son, and he lives a few miles away, but not close enough for me to see him as much as I'd like. My kids both live here in town, but they're just far enough away that they can still come visit, but they don't have to do it all the time. My son comes once a week to do his laundry, and my daughter comes when she's bringing the puppy, who's, guys, he's huge. He is huge. I can't wait to update and show you guys new pictures. So he's huge. BB says, glad your leg is better to Manuel, and you're welcome. Clifford says, yeah, sadly, 4 years is considered good now. I've known people to have gotten 12 to 19 years out of one. Manuel says, yes, BB, I have doctor's appointment next week. Very good. Aaron's here. Aaron says hi to Drew. Night War says hi. Welcome to the show, Night War. Tarkorf says, got my truck one morning, drove to work, got off, and the truck is dead. No warning. So that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid if I went to the store and then it died, everybody would be leaving, my kids would be unavailable, and I'd be crap out of luck. Because they do lock the gates after the flea market closes at 5. I think they close the gates either at 5:30 or 6. And you're not getting your car out after that. So, yeah. Sarah says, we have fireworks going off outside. BB says, that's a good thing with the GPS tag. Let's see. Stan's here. Hey, Stan says, Drew, hammer those scammers. Absolutely. I'll do my best. Tarkorf says, talked to 2 agents, but gave fake info. Yeah. Tattle says, I asked a scammer claiming New York, whose picture is on the $25 bill. He said didn't know because he just moved from Utah. He then gave a callback number for Massachusetts, which I verified to be an innocent third party. Yeah, they do that a lot. Darlene says, I worked at a Sears in New York and the JCPenney's and Ames in Vermont. Oh, boy. So technically you actually worked for them all then, huh? Smidgen says to Just Me, my black grand kitten is named Boo. Wears a little orange jack-o'-lantern shaped bell. Oh, that sounds adorable. Let's see. Burst says, I had them transfer me, and with my attitude, I will always first ask, does your company navigate around the federal do not call list for outsourcing call centers? I had a call this week with a agent who was calling, and of course they were asking for Timothy Jones, which is so weird. I have never used the name Timothy Jones. I've used Herschel Jones and Timothy Williams. But somehow the scammers combine 2 different names, Timothy and Jones. And I got this agent who was calling me say that an online form had been submitted. Well, I am not and never have submitted an online form for Timothy Jones. If I ever was, it would be Timothy Williams or Herschel Jones. I would never, ever, ever submit a form for Timothy Jones. And I'm talking to him about it, and I'm like, where do you get your information from? And I'm like, when these people request a callback or request further information, do you even check to see if they have Medicare? I mean, really? And he's like, well, no, we assume that they're giving us truthful information. And I'm like, I'm not going to fill out an online form with a fake name and a fake Medicare number and request information. That's a waste of time. So it's definitely not me that's doing it. And I got into an argument with the guy over it, and I debated whether or not I was going to make it into a call or make it into a video or not. And ultimately, I did not, because it wasn't giving me any information that would be helpful to anybody out there. It was all me just asking him questions and him being stupid. And like, oh, well, we don't. I'm like, I said, ultimately what I said is, you guys are stupid. You don't do any due diligence whatsoever. You buy these lead information from scammers, from third-party foreign call centers, because those are the only people that call me with those names. So ultimately, your company is buying bogus information and wasting money on people that are just absolute despicable human beings. It's good to know that's where you're wasting your money, But he told me he'd put me on their do not call list. So I'd actually gotten like 3 or 4 calls this week from them. And so far haven't gotten anything back. So maybe they actually did put me on their do not call list. But you know how that lasts. That does not last at all. So Smidgen says hi to Darlene. Burst says, Euclid, they'll hang up they'll hang up on me when I say that they'll tell me they'll call me from Barry's numbers. Okay. Wayne says, got a job with an insurance company, but the leads were coming from foreign call centers. They were transferring calls to us, and there was a lot of doubt about the whole setup. Okay, well, Wayne, I explained my experience with those foreign call centers and transferring to legitimate agents. A lot of times they're staying on the phone and listening into on the call. That's how they collect personal data in order to do identity theft and scam in the future. So you may not know it, you may not realize, but sometimes you're being used. You're being used by scammers. That's just the truth about it. Happens a lot. Birth says, I meant to say various. Okay. Tarkor says, I have trouble with the brown cat and on brown carpet. Well, all the other cats, I can clearly see when they're around, but Stranger, she hides really well in that black towel. BB says, thanks to Vicky. Sarah says, my dog went over the Rainbow Bridge 2 years ago. I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. BB says, aw. Jim says, aw. Smidgen says, talk to the tail. Yes, I have conversations with her tail a lot. Manuel says, aw, puppy. BB says, laugh out loud about your pets. Yeah, they keep us entertained. Tarkor says, kneel on the floor, cross your feet, put the cat between your legs. No, she sleeps at the end of my bed, and trust me, she gets enough attention. Sarah says, I don't have a cat and never had. I'm allergic. Oh, okay. Well, that will hold you back from having a cat. Manuel says, hey, it's the fat cat my friend Drew. Actually, when we first got Stranger, she was the stray cat that came in from outside. She was skin and bones. If you rubbed her back, you could feel like every bone in her spine. She's now very full, she's how am I trying to say this? She's gained enough weight to where she doesn't look like she's all skin and bone. She's still a very healthy, active cat, but she's not nearly as skinny and fragile looking as she was when she first came here. So she is enjoying inside life a lot. Tarkor says, till the tilt the heat up, bottom jaw opens, and drop pills in. Oh, okay. Christina says hi to Pez. I literally, when we had to give my dog his pill, I literally at one point took a PVC pipe, put it in his mouth, and dropped the pill down it to try to get it in there. It didn't work. What we ended up doing, believe it or not, what ended up working with him better than anything else is I would crush the pill, mix it in a little bit of water, and put it in one of those large syringes that'll push water, and I would shoot water into his mouth, and that was one way to get him to take his pill. Having him try to eat it was almost impossible. So Darlene says, my mother was allergic to cats. She had to dose up on her meds when she took care of me when I was on bed rest for eye surgery. Oh, goodness. Glenn says, thanks for telling me what colors my Medicare card is because I can't tell because I'm of blindness. When are you going to send out the new Braille cards? That's a good question. That's funny. I'll have to remember that one. Darlene says, we're having a family barbecue tomorrow. Haven't seen one sister and her family in over a year. Well, fantastic. What kind of barbecue are you having? Ribs, chicken, what? Barbecue ribs sounds wonderful right now, even though I just ate Chinese. But barbecue ribs sounds wonderful. Jeff Kahn's here. Hey, how's it going? He says, hi there. It's 1:52 a.m. in the UK. Oh, boy. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you for joining. Smidgen says to Darlene, enjoy the family barbecue. We had one a couple of weeks ago, and the brother-in-law's 4 young granddaughters wore us out. Very good. That's always fun. BB says, when you ask for a specific person, you should say, oh, they're in prison. Got put away because they found suspicious activity on their Social Security. That's a good one, too. On their Social Security card and the car down at the U.S. border and blood in it, etc. Laugh out loud. You know, I haven't gotten one of those calls in a while. It's been a while for that one. That one was pretty regular, too. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Smidgen says, good one, BB. I told a Spectrum scammer asking for my husband, my name, and that he died, and how do I disconnect Spectrum? Hubby was sitting next to me cracking up. Oh, I'm looking for it. I've got to call the Spectrum scammers again on Monday and tell them I don't have money. And we'll see what they do. So I haven't been able to buy that Apple gift card yet. It's just so hard. It's so hard to go out there and pick up one of those Apple gift cards. They're so technically advanced. You know, it's like driving a Tesla. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Not at my age. No way. BB says to Sarah, I am so sorry about your dog. Yes. Darlene says, yep, the weather might cooperate. The forecast is thunderstorms for Monday instead. Yeah, we have my nephew, his birthday, I think is next week, but we're going to go over on Labor Day because everybody has Labor Day off, I guess. And we're going to have a barbecue at my sister's house. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be fun. Christina says, get a Sphinx cat, Sarah. That's one of those ones that's hairless, right? Those cats kind of freak me out. I don't think I could handle that. Wayne says, will you upload this live on the channel? You mean the live stream? It's live on the channel now. Yeah. BB says to Glenn, that's funny about the Braille cards. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. BB says, laugh out loud to Smidgen. Sarah says, thanks to B. Thanks to BB. Sarah says, Avery's still awake. Oh, yeah, he's still awake. He's probably playing video games in the background. Trust me.
I've dozed off a couple of times, actually. I'm so tired. I couldn't go to sleep till after 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh, geez.
And I was up by 11.
I hate to say it. They just want to hear. They just want to hear your melodious voice every now and then.
I'm sorry, guys. I am very, very tired.
Yeah, leave him alone. Let him go back to. He listens to me. He listens to me on these live streams to help him go to sleep at night. Doctors tell you to listen to a bunch of boring crap, and I guess I could do it for you.
It works. We're on a long drive.
When we're on a road trip. Oh,
yeah. That it knocks me out, dude. Because Andrew will start talking, and I'll just boop.
Oh, and I don't need anybody to be awake to talk
No,
either, do I?
no, 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 no.
No?
No. I've fallen asleep, woken up, and he's still talking about like. It's
Yep.
like, I don't know. I've been asleep for the last half hour. I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh, our road trips are legendary.
Oh man.
Not really, but yeah. Jim says, my mom loved cats. She kept cats around for years through my childhood. She loves cats. You know what I thought was always funny is my sister was a cat person as a kid. As an adult, she's more dog person. They have huge dogs. They do what is the breed of dogs that they foster? They foster these big, huge dogs. I forgot what the breed is. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. It's not golden retrievers.
Saint
It's
Bernard,
no, they're not Saint Bernards. They're just big dogs. They're just big
Mastiffs.
dogs. No, they're not mad. They're not that big of dogs, but they're not greyhounds. I'll have to ask her.
Great Danes.
No, not well. No, not a Great Dane.
No, they're not Scooby Doo.
Nope, not Scooby Doo. Well, Shadow is Scooby Doo. He's half Great Dane, so
yeah.
I'll have to ask her. I say things and then not know all the facts. Sorry, guys. I hate to do that. Glenn says, can you get Apple gift cards at a Spectrum store? I don't know. I should ask him. Darlene says, oh, go ahead.
Speaking of cats, have you seen Maine Coons?
Yes, I've seen pictures of
Dude, they're as big as a dog.
Yeah, well, they thought one of our cats, Finn, my wife thought was a Maine Coon. He's not. But he's very big and furry, and his Maine Coons, they kind of like got squished faces.
And no, that's a different one.
Oh, well, that's the one she showed me a picture of, but yeah.
Oh.
Darlene says, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, deviled eggs, mine, potato salad, fruit platter, and whatever else the girls bring. That sounds wonderful.
Pretty good.
Wayne says, no, I mean, when the live ends, will you upload the video? Yeah, the video becomes, it stays on the channel. Yeah, unless there's something bad happens, I usually just leave it up, for posterity. BB says, yes, Wayne, the live video will be available to watch later. Yes. Jim says, Avery, are you busted for sleeping on the job? No.
Yes.
If Avery fell asleep and started snoring, I'd probably giggle a little bit, but it wouldn't surprise me.
That's why I always hit mute when I'm not talking.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Unlike Zach, who doesn't do that sometimes. But that's okay.
It has all kinds of weird background noise and crazy stuff. It's like, dude.
BB says, actually, it will probably be available after it ends. Yes, it becomes available right away. Boomer Gear says...
Or even better, when Ramel has to blow his nose or sniffs on. It's like, dude, that's. Do you have any idea how loud that is?
No idea whatsoever, because he doesn't ever hear it.
Yeah, like when I even use my vape, I hit mute. When I take a drink, I hit mute.
Yeah, I wait for you to talk to take a drink. So yeah. Boomer Gear says, hey, first time I got here after watching reruns because I forgot to get on. Greetings to you all of you. Well, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. And actually, that's actually very timely. That was only 3 minutes ago, so I'm catching up on the chat. BB says to Darlene, your cookout is making me hungry. Ain't that the truth? LOL, sounds wonderful. Christina says Norwegian forest cats are bigger than Maine Coons. Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and then BB says, yes, Norwegian cats are huge. BB says hi to Boomer Gear. All right, guys, I caught up on the chat. I'm gonna go finish watching the rest of the football game. I don't know who's winning right now, but I think it's got maybe an hour left. So I'm gonna go see how we're doing. But I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to enjoy not having an extra person around to keep track of, and
yeah.
I'm trying really hard to say something to be nice and not be mean, because I love her. She's wonderful, but she deserves a vacation, and so do we. Deep breaths. And as always, guys, if you guys get calls like the ones I get, remember, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, remember, try to record it so that you can share it with us. Remember the golden rule: screw and share. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. We'll catch you all next time. Be safe. And next Saturday, it's right around the corner. I'll be talking to you guys again really soon. Take it easy, everybody. And thank you, Avery, for joining.
Oh, you're